Understanding and supporting your child through fear, helping them become more resilient. Hello parents. Surely, all of us have seen our children feel scared or anxious at times. Right? This is actually completely normal. And sometimes these feelings even help children be more cautious. New things, loud noises, or simply changes can make a child feel insecure. But parents, don't worry too much, because we can absolutely help our children learn to feel safer and more comfortable. In today's chat, we'll explore the common fears children experience at different ages, specific ways parents can help their child feel safe and more confident, and also the signs that might indicate your child needs more specialized support. Understanding fears through the ages. So, how do these fears change as your child goes through different developmental stages? Let's find out. First up are infants. When babies are around 8 or 9 months old, they start recognizing familiar faces. That's why strangers, even relatives they've just met or a babysitter, can seem scary. They might cry or cling tightly to you for security. Next, when children enter the toddler stage, from about 10 months to 2 years old, their biggest fear is often separation from parents. They might not want you to leave them at daycare or even alone in their bedroom. At these times, they often cry, cling, and try to stay as close to you as possible. And what about young children aged 4 to 6? This is an age of soaring imagination. They can pretend to be superheroes or princesses, but they can't always tell the difference between what's real and what's pretend. To them, the scary monsters they imagine under the bed or in the closet are absolutely real. Many children at this age are also afraid of the dark, bedtime, or are startled by nightmares. Loud noises like thunder or fireworks can also easily frighten children in this age group. When children get a bit older, around 7 years and up, they can distinguish between real and fake. At this point, their fears often shift towards things that could actually happen in real life. They might fear being harmed by bad people, worry about natural disasters, storms, or violent news they hear from adults or the media. Some children worry about family separation or losing a loved one. And finally, during the teenage years, anxieties often center around social relationships and school. School and friends become a very important part of their lives. They might feel pressure about homework, grades, or fear they aren't doing well academically. They might also focus a lot on their appearance, worry about fitting in, being judged, or bullied. This social anxiety can make their heart race before giving a presentation. Starting at a new school, facing an important exam, or even just walking through a crowded lunchroom. At this age, teens also start to care about and worry about bigger issues like climate change, justice, or fairness in society. How parents can help and support their child. Seeing your child afraid. Surely every parent wants to lend a helping hand, right? So what can we do to help our children navigate these difficult emotions? The first important thing is comfort. Especially for infants and young children. Hold them close, soothe them, and say gentle words like, "It's okay, you're safe now, Mommy, Daddy is here." Let them know you are always there to protect them. Warm hugs and loving words go a long way in helping them feel secure. When your child is a bit older, talking and listening are incredibly important. Be calm and gently listen to what your child shares. Help them name their feelings. For example, "I understand you're feeling scared," or "Are you feeling worried?" This helps them understand and face their own emotions. At the same time, gently encourage them to try new things gradually. For an infant's fear of strangers, hold your baby while introducing them to someone new. When they feel safe in your arms, the stranger will gradually become more familiar. When your toddler clings and doesn't want to leave you, try short periods of separation at first. When you have to say goodbye, tell them clearly that you'll be back soon. Give them a hug, smile, and then leave. This helps them trust that you will always return. If your child is afraid of the dark or imaginary things like monsters under the bed, face the fear together. Create a gentle, comforting bedtime routine. Read stories or sing lullabies together. Use a flashlight to check under the bed and in the closet. With you there for support, your child will see there's nothing to fear, and this makes them braver. Another important note is to limit your child's exposure to scary or violent images, movies, or shows. These can create or worsen fears in children. For older children and teens who are anxious about school or other challenges, help them learn how to prepare. Plan study sessions together for a test. Rehearse a presentation. Most importantly, let them know you believe in their abilities. Your belief in them is a huge motivator that helps them face challenges confidently. When your child's fear might need professional help, most common fears will pass as children grow older, especially with warm, patient support from parents. However, there are also situations where we need to pay closer attention. Sometimes, fear or anxiety becomes excessive, lasts a long time, and interferes with the child's normal life. This could be a sign of an anxiety disorder, and the child might need more help. Parents should talk to a doctor or mental health professional if they notice their child's fear shows the following signs. It's extremely intense or lasts much longer than typical fears for their age. It causes the child extreme distress, leading to tantrums or panic. It prevents the child from doing normal activities like going to school, sleeping alone, playing with friends, or being away from parents. It causes physical symptoms like frequent stomach aches or headaches without a clear cause, rapid heartbeat, or the child feels short of breath, dizzy, or nauseous when facing the feared situation. If you see these signs in your child, please don't hesitate to seek advice from professionals. Hopefully, this sharing helps parents better understand their child's fears and provides more ways to support them on their journey of growing up. Remember, your patience, understanding, and love are the most solid support for your child. Wishing you and your children peace and well-being.